Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Game for Days once again, and today I'm going to bring you a quick rundown, quick recap of Sony's Paris Games Week conference. Now, I did not get to watch it live. I had to work, unfortunately, but I was able to come home later on and check it out. In fact, I really enjoyed it that way because I got to skip through the bullshit, you know. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. First thing they did was come out with a Call of Duty trailer. Skipped right over it, don't care. Next was a Battlefront trailer. Again, skipped over it, don't care. I actually decided to skip Battlefront, at least as far as day one is concerned. I don't really like the content to price ratio in that game. No single player, not many maps, and then a $50 season pass. I mean, the whole thing just turns me off. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the beta for what it was. I'm a big Battlefront fan. I loved Battlefront on PS2, but nah, can't do it. Can't do it. I mean, I'd prefer the content to be there. That's just my take on it. I may get it down the line, but I digress. Next announcement was Tekken 7. Now, I enjoy Tekken. Tekken's a pretty fun series. It's nothing that makes me, go crazy with hype or anything, but pretty cool. I enjoy Tekken for what it is. Oh, and later on, they actually announced that it's VR compatible, so that's pretty interesting. The next game was Battleborn. This game doesn't really do anything for me. The trailer they showed just kind of, whatever. Kind of skipped over it. Then a new game was announced called Boundless. Now, I wasn't really sure what to think about this game. I kind of liked the art style. Kind of looked like it was a Minecraft-esque type game. Like, it looked like it was inspired by Minecraft. Don't really have any thoughts on that yet. But it looked interesting for what it was. Then a game trailer was shown called Vector. This game was called Vector. And it looks like it's one of those, music games where the gameplay is kind of in sync with the music that's being played. Looked alright, nothing too crazy. So those were the announcements that were just kind of to me. Thankfully, Sony got these right out of the way. The next dozen announcements, I'm looking through my notes, are very, very much more impressive, much more interesting for PlayStation fans. So finally, No Man's Sky got a new trailer. June 2016 is the release date. Ugh. Fuck, man. Fuck. I mean, honestly. This game has been in development for so long. This game should have been announced this year. And it was announced, I think it was announced E3 of 2013. Or somewhere around there. It was announced in 2013 sometime. It's gone on too long. At this point, I just want the game. I just want to play it. Another interesting bit was that I don't know if it had been confirmed previously, but it sounded like in this announcement, it is in fact only on PlayStation 4 and PC. So Xbox fanboys get dicked out of a great looking game there, unfortunately for them. The next announcement was a new Housemarque game, and instantly I got excited. Matterfall, a brand new game by Housemarque. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Unreal. There are two incredible looking Housemarque games that are exclusive for PS4 in development right now. Super excited. Matterfall was just a CG trailer, but give me a break. You know what you're gonna get with Housemarque. It's gonna be a what looks to be a 2D. I'm guessing it's gonna be a 2D action arcade platformer. It's gonna be awesome. It's Housemarque. You know what you're gonna get. And then they showed a new Ratchet and Clank trailer. Game looks amazing. Game looks beautiful. Graphics are phenomenal. The gameplay looks awesome. It's Ratchet and Clank. It's a top-notch game, top-notch platformer. What more can you say? And then they showed a new Horizon Zero Dawn gameplay segment. Guys, Horizon Zero Dawn is my most anticipated game right now. The segment they showed at on stage was good, but there's an alternative version you can go check out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. It has the senior producer Mark Norris kind of like giving a rundown of some of the basic gameplay mechanics. Game looks phenomenal. Easily my most anticipated game. I can't wait. Everything they show about this game just looks so damn good. Period. What else can you say? And next thing they showed was Bloodborne, the Old Hunters trailer. what do you need to know? I mean, the expansion comes out, I believe it's November 24th or 27th. Yeah, I think it's November 24th. Yeah, I'm there day one. Bloodborne is my favorite game of the generation so far by a fucking country mile. The game is a goddamn masterpiece. I cannot wait to play the expansion. That's all there is to it. Then they showed off a new trailer and a new announcement, Driveclub Bikes, and you were able to go download it right then and there after the trailer. Now, this looked interesting to me. I played Driveclub, the PlayStation Plus version, and I may have stated before, I'm just not that into racing sims. You know what I'm saying? I did enjoy Driveclub, though. Driveclub to me feels like a hybrid between a sim and an arcade racer, so I really enjoyed my time with the PlayStation Plus version. I like it way more than Forza or Gran Turismo. So maybe I'll check out Driveclub Bikes. I don't know. From the impressions and the reviews, it sounds like it's a really fun, arcadey type game. So sounds like it might be for me. That looked pretty interesting. Obviously, PS4 exclusive. And then there was a new Gravity Rush 2 trailer. The producer came out on stage. Showed off the new trailer, some of the gameplay mechanics that are going to be in the game. Game looks awesome. You know, what can I say? Game looks awesome. It's a PS4 exclusive. Looks like it has great art, great gameplay, really fun game mechanics. Can't wait to play also the remastered version that's coming out next year. And then Christoph Balestra came on stage from Naughty Dog and announced the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Now, I gotta say, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of what I saw about this multiplayer. I mean, there are all kinds of, like, mystic powers and, just weird-looking things in the Uncharted 4 multiplayer that, and then there was, like, the throwing the heal packs and, all this weird stuff kind of took me by surprise because all the fans were basically saying, the jump from 2 to 3 was like, yo, you added in all the stuff we didn't want. 2 was perfect. It was great. It was, map control, picking up the power weapons. And now they're coming out with Uncharted 4 and saying they're doubling down on all this extra fluff that people didn't want, really. So, super skeptical about it. But, hey, I'm willing to give it a shot. The beta, which I will be a part of course, because I own the Uncharted collection, is December 4th through 13th of this year. So, hey, I'm going to play it. I'm going to try it. And if it's bullshit, I'm going to make a video on it. And if it's great, I'll probably make a video on it. So I really have to play it before I can judge too harshly. And after that, the guy from Media Molecule came on stage, Alex something. I can't remember what his title is, if he's like the president of the studio or he's the lead game designer for Dreams. But they finally showed off a little more about what this game is. You have this thing called an imp, and you use the imp to manipulate what's on screen. And so they showed a little more, and it looks good. I mean, I'm really interested in this game. I am just, it's a little frustrating because I just want to see like gameplay with gameplay mechanics, but I can see where they're going with it. I can start to see, what this game is about. And if you look at that trailer, more in depth, like towards the end of the trailer, you can see snippets of all kinds of different things that are being created with the game, like mini games and, full worlds to explore, all kinds of different things. So really, I'm excited to see more about this game. And one of the things I'm really hopeful for is that Media Molecule creates a really fun single-player campaign for us to explore in addition to all of the user-created stuff. So fingers crossed this one turns out amazing. My interest is peaked there, and I still have to see some more. Obviously, another PlayStation 4 exclusive. And then Yoshida came on stage, started talking some VR. There was a new Riggs trailer, and it was like esports style. I mean, pretty cheesy, it was... Riggs looks pretty fun, I gotta say. I'm not sold on VR yet. It all depends on pricing. It all depends on content. That's for another video entirely. But Riggs looks pretty fun, I gotta say. And that trailer was hilarious. It was like esports style. The guy was like, oh man, he's driving downfield. He's going for the goal. Oh, he's tying it up. Oh! He's like screaming and stuff. And I was just kind of laughing at that. And then there's going to be, in addition to that, there's going to be Until Dawn Rush of Blood, which is another VR title for PlayStation VR. Yeah, there was just a segment on some VR content. There's a game called Robinson coming first to PS4, and that's another VR compatible title. Battlezone, another VR compatible title that looks like tank battles and stuff. That segment didn't really interest me too much. That was just kind of a rundown of what's coming to VR. Kind of interesting, I guess. And then finally, Gran Turismo Sport was announced. Now again, I am not a huge fan of Sims, but I can appreciate Gran Turismo for what it is, and the legacy that it has and the quality that it always represents. And even though I'm not big into Sims, I've always found myself, casually enjoying Gran Turismo. And this is also going to be VR compatible. So really, it looks like Sony is taking VR pretty seriously, making games, compatible for VR. So Gran Turismo Sport's probably going to be a real good game. Those Gran Turismo enthusiasts are probably loving it right now. Super happy that something finally got announced. And then this was one of the highlights of the show for me. Wild, another PS4 exclusive, looks awesome. You play as a shaman in this big open world, and you can take control of animals like, rabbits and eagles and stuff, and you can even ride on top of bears, like mount a freaking grizzly bear and ride it around the world. Awesome. Freaking awesome, man. How could you not love that premise? So I'm damn excited for Wild. Game looks awesome. And I can't tell yet, but it looks like this might be a full-fledged retail release AAA game. I'm not sure yet, but it looks like it's a pretty meaty game, pretty big, in terms of content and stuff. So we'll see. That might end up being a full-fledged AAA game. I hope it is, because it looks pretty awesome. And then finally, the conference ended with yet another PS4 exclusive. David Cage came out on stage and announced it's called Detroit Become Human. Basically, it's the story. If you remember that Kara demo from way back in the day on PS3, it's basically a continuation of that Kara story. She's an android, and she leaves the factory. It's basically the story of what happens after she leaves the factory. Looked good. I mean, it looked good. I'm not a huge fan of David Cage games. I didn't think Beyond Two Souls looked awesome to me at all. I never played it, but this looks good. The graphics look good. The art looks good. The atmosphere looks really good. Like, the world looks vibrant and alive, like it would be fun to explore. So, hey, fingers crossed for this one, man. Hopefully the writing doesn't suck ass and it's pretty fun. But yeah, that was a pretty good way to close the show. So, I mean, goddamn, guys. I can look through my notes here, and just to sum it up, I mean, all this content that's coming to PlayStation is insane. This, it may not have been the most well-paced or most incredible conference of all time, but in terms of sheer content, holy shit. I mean, this might have beat out E3 in terms of just sheer content. I know it didn't have the same type of bombs that E3 had, but really there's a lot here for everyone. So really impressive. Oh, and then as a bonus, I put a little bonus at the bottom of my notes here. Nier Automata looks phenomenal. This is the sequel to Nier, which I have not played, and I plan on picking it up for PS3 before it drops. Nier Automata looks fantastic. It looks like an awesome game. Kind of looks like Bayonetta-esque, but with obviously better graphics and just more fluid gameplay. I'm excited. I'm excited for Nier Automata. That game looks awesome. Again, another PS4 exclusive. So, even though that wasn't part of Sony's conference, that came out of, the Paris Games Week announcement. So, yeah. Damn, this was good. This was a good conference for PlayStation fans. So much content, so much awesome stuff. I was hoping to see Rhyme. I was very sad that game didn't show up because Rhyme looks really good to me. I don't know, man. I really don't know what happened to that game. It sounds like it might be in development hell. We really should have heard something from it, at this conference. But hopefully, PSX. That's the beauty of being a PlayStation fan. We have conferences after conference after conference. I mean, it's just game after game after game after game after game. That's the life of a PlayStation fan. That's what it's all about, So this was a cool conference. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on it. Post your thoughts down below, and I'll look forward to seeing what you thought. I thought it was great. So much content. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you have a great one. See you next time.